A very good day we bid to our beloved lecturer, Dr. Marlina binti Marus. For Varieties of English, we were assigned to create an animated audio-visual presentation discussing the spread of English language and culture. Before we proceed, let us introduce ourselves. We are Nur Syafika binti Muhammad Jais, Nur Fatin Amira binti Paharu Ratsi, Chiu Miawi, and Alia Dalila binti Shahlan. Subtopics included are History of the origin of English language, the diaspora or the spread of the language, colonization and the spread of English to other countries, and how English language was spread in Malaysia. Without further ado, let us start with our presentation.
Since the ancient period until now, the English language is portrayed into different perspectives based on the invasions of British by other countries. The development of English can be categorized into three distinct eras: Old English, Middle English, and Modern English. Long ago, Romans were ruling British for about 400 years. It was started in the 5th century when three Germanic tribes, Angles, Saxon, and Jutes, invaded Britain through northern Germany, now known as Denmark, and pushed out the existing Celtic inhabitants to Scotland and Ireland. This caused the English to derive from the various groups of dialects. But how it is named English? In the olden era of English, the word English is pronounced as Englisk, as it is interrelated to the Anglo tribes, which is the origin of Anglo-Germanic tribe. The Old English was continued until the invasion of Duke of Normandy, and they conquered England in the 10th century. Due to this, the upper-class people conversed in French and the lower-class people with English, and it was named as the Middle English era. However, again in the 14th century, English people raised their domination in Britain. After the dominating period, it was the birth of modern English era in the 15th century, which led to the development of new words, phrases, grammar, and the dialect of London became standard.
Hello, I'm Amira and I will be explaining on the diaspora of English language. As we all know, the first step to the expansion of English language across the world is through British colonialism. Since Britain was the leader of the major industrial revolution, countries which needed this kind of new industrial knowledge have to access it via the medium of English, which subsequently spread the English language itself. There are other factors that can be taken into consideration on the spread of the English language, such as advertising, broadcasting, motion pictures, popular music, international travel and safety, as well as education. Through education, especially in the areas such as science and technology, it is obvious that people all over the world have to know English if they are students, as most of the important words in the field of education are written in English.
Hi, I'm Miaoyi. Talking about the spread of English, it is so closely related to colonization. The British Empire was a very strong colonial power since the late 16th to 19th centuries. Trades, education, and administration were all conducted in English. Their architecture, food recipes were brought in, marking a cultural claim to conquered lands in addition to a political one. The spread of English during colonial period happened across countries like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and regions like Africa, South America, Southeast Asia, Southeast India, and South Pacific.
Today, English is all across the world.
After the colonies gained political independence, they still adopted English. The language developed over time, leading up to different varieties seen today, mainly American English, Australian English, British English, Canadian English, and Indian English.
In the early 18th century, when British arrived in the Malay Peninsula, the natives originally spoke Malay language, or famously known as Bahasa Melayu. So, how does English language spread here? It happened when the first missionary work began and the British started to colonize the country. English was first introduced to the country through the trading operations of the British East India Company and spread through religious and educational activities. Penang Free School was the very first school in Malaysia regulated by the British educational system. Now, Malaysia is diverse with at least 80 languages spoken in the country. English is now institutionalized as an additional language and learned as a second language. So that's all from us. Thank you so much for your time.